What's popping, YouTube family? It's your girl, SHOtheOT, your favorite occupational therapy student, here to help you and others live their best lives. Let's get started. Okay, hey y'all. So today's video is really coming straight off the dome. Like usually when I film my videos, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna talk about? I kind of plan it out a little bit. This one, I'm just literally just gonna be talking to y'all. There's no plan, there's no script. There's never really a script, but there's usually a plan when I'm talking to y'all. But now it's just about to be, I'm just about to be talking. So I just got done with my first level 2 rotation. And that is why y'all have not seen me for a while. I've been booked and busy, okay? I have not had time to film, to edit, to record. So I'm sorry. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry I've been busy, but the moment I freed up, I was here sitting on this couch talking to y'all. So I hope that makes y'all forgive me a little bit. So yeah, basically what I'm just gonna be talking about is my experience. Like, and it's not like tips or anything, like, no, like this is really just like a reflection type situation, so that like if y'all are about to go on level 2s or whatever you're about to do, you kind of know like not what to expect, but just like if you're feeling some type of way about something, you just know you're not alone. Like I probably felt what you felt, went through what you went through. So this is really just a reflection, kind of like just me letting my thoughts out about how my experience went. Overall, it was a great experience. Like, y'all know I want to work with kids. Y'all know I want to work in the schools. So it was like the perfect setting for me. I was in a school district, an underserved community. So that was also a really big thing for me. When I do get my first job, I really do, I want to work in a school, but I want to work with kids that look like me. I want to work with Black kids and brown kids, and I just want to make an impact on my community. So this setting that I was in was like absolutely perfect for me. I would love to work in a setting exactly like that, just not in the city that it was in. But yeah, so overall, like I said, experience was great. My clinical instructor was great, but it can't be perfect. Like I've had some emotional roller coasters over the past 3 months. And so I'm just gonna kind of like share those with you. I'm also gonna share the good stuff too. I don't want to scare you guys that level 2 is just some scary thing. It's not a scary thing. It was a great experience, but you are going to have some challenges. So I just want to shed some light on that. I think the biggest challenge or thing that I had to overcome was confidence. Like, I'm a student, and you know you're a student. You've been through all of these classes, all of these labs, all of this stuff, and you're like, okay, I know stuff. But then when you get out into the field and you're actually there with the patient, with the client, with the student, it's like, do I really know stuff? I don't think I do. And so for me personally, I really struggled with confidence. And that was one of my main critiques from my clinical instructor. She told me, like, you know things, you just have to believe that you know it. You have to know that you know. And that was so hard, and I'm still struggling with that. It was so hard for me to just be like, Sho, you do know this. You are competent. You can do this. I would just second guess myself all the time. It was crazy. I was second guessing myself all the time. So I need to work on that. I need to continue to work on that because I'm about to start my second clinical rotation. So it's not going to be any easier. So I really need to just believe in myself and be like, okay, you can do this. You have the skill set. You have the knowledge. You can do this. But it was really hard for me to grasp that. And so going off of that, one of the biggest things for me, it kind of gave me some anxiety, was speaking in meetings. So as a school-based therapist, IEP meetings, eligibility meetings, all those things are gonna be a part of your job description. Like, you're gonna have to speak in these meetings, right? And so when I was talking to my clinical instructor, she'd be like, okay, what do you think about this kid? Has he met his goal? What new goal, if he has met his goal, what new goal would you like to do for, like, set for him? And so I would be talking to her and I'd be like, oh, this, and this. Like, it would come off very effortlessly. But then she'd be like, okay, you did it, so now I want you to present it in a meeting. And like, the anxiety just like it just like took over me. Like, I don't know, like, it felt like it was like, okay, I know this. I know that what I'm saying is accurate, but presenting it to other people made it feel like it wasn't. I don't know. I can't even describe it. Like, it was too much for me. So that gave me, like, honestly, I had some anxiety about that. I think I presented in 2 IEP meetings and 1 eligibility meeting, and it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't know. And y'all would think that because of my personality and all of that I wouldn't be so, I don't know, so nervous. And it's not the speaking part. The speaking part is not what I'm nervous about. Is what I'm saying accurate? Like, do I know what I'm talking about? It's like I'm really second guessing myself. That's what it is. And so yeah, I had to continue to work on that. Another thing that I was really struggling with was clinical observations. And so just being in a session, watching a student, picking up on things, like, that was hard for me. But that's gonna be hard for any student, from what I've been told. Like, that's something that you're just gonna continue to learn and grow with. And so, yeah, that was hard for me. It was frustrating because I'm a person that likes to do things well. And so when I kept, like, when my CI, she would be like, okay, what did you notice during that session? And I would say like 1 or 2 things. And she's like, what else? And I'm just like, that's all I saw. Like, I feel like I wasn't picking up on the things that I needed to pick up on to be a successful OT. And so, like, I was just doubting myself. So that is something that, if you're like me, you're gonna doubt yourself. Like, these things, it's such a weird experience. It's because, like, 2 years, like, well, a year and a half, like, I was learning all this stuff and I'm like, oh, I got this. I know this, studying and all this stuff. I'm like, I know this stuff. And then when you get there, it's like, it's kind of like imposter syndrome. Like, you just like, I don't think I do know this. I don't know. Like, I don't think I do. And so I just struggled with that. I really did. But towards the end of my rotation, my confidence built up a little bit. My absolute favorite thing about this was the kids. Like, those kids were so, like, they just made everything worth it. Like, I'm going to work 8 hours a day, not getting paid. Like, that whole situation right there, it just doesn't, that in itself does not motivate you. But, like, working with those kids, that's what motivated me. Like, this one little boy I started with, he was my first student that my CI assigned me to. He was so quiet, so shy, didn't really say much in the beginning. And then towards the end of the 3 months, he's like, you can't really not control him, but you like he's in a group with other kids and he's like talking over other kids. And so it's stuff like that. It's just like, that's insane. 3 months and you made that big of a difference, where we had to like pull it out of you for you to even talk. And now you're just like, you can't even contain yourself. Like, you're trying to talk over other people. So stuff like that is just so, it's rewarding. And so that's why I said, like, overall, yes, I had some stressful moments. Yes, I did. Okay. The moments were very stressful. And there were a lot of them. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. There were a lot of stressful moments. But what made it worthwhile was I had an amazing clinical instructor. She always had my back. She always made sure that I was prepared whenever I was doing something. But she pushed me out of my comfort zone. That is a blessing and a curse for me, is because I need that. I'm somebody that needs somebody to push me out my comfort zone, because if nobody does it, then I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay where I'm comfortable, where I can succeed and be great. And she was one that pushed me out of my comfort zone. I needed it, but I hated it. I hated it so much. Like I felt like I was so overwhelmed, so anxious, so nervous during those moments. But when I came out of the moment, I was like, oh, okay, I did it. I survived, and it wasn't that bad. So, I'm just trying to get used to that feeling like you can do it. Even if you're nervous in the moment, just think about how you're gonna feel after the moment. It's gonna be okay. And so yeah, that my clinical instructor was amazing. The kids were amazing. Like, I can't even like say that enough. Like, the kids were so amazing. Every single one of them, even the more difficult ones, I felt like I learned something from them, because they helped me manage. They helped me understand that not every session is going to go how you want it to go. Not every kid is going to like the stuff that you want them to do. And so they're going to give you some attitude. They're going to do whatever. And so it helped me stay on my toes. It helped me just learn how to manage those behaviors. It was great. It was an overall great experience. Yes, I had some tough times. You're going to have some tough times. But if you're in a good setting, if you have a good CI, it's all worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, I just wanted to like kind of talk about it a little bit, let y'all know how it went. It was great. I was very sad to leave my CI. We're gonna stay in touch. She was amazing. And yeah, now I'm on to a pediatric outpatient setting. I'm very excited for that. School was my number one choice, because I'm just used to that setting and I love that setting, but I'm very interested in learning about the outpatient setting as well. And so I'll give you guys an update on that whenever I get done with that. So yeah. You guys need to give me some more video ideas, because I'm running dry here. Okay. I need more ideas. So please comment below what you guys want to see from me. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Bye.